The other Mr. and Ms. Leitzinger. Mr. and Ms. Leitzinger and their family, Carol and myself and all the Downey clan welcome you to this celebration of Emily and Mike's wedding. We are pleased that you could come from near and far to be at this wedding today. Some of you had some difficulties in getting here for one reason or another, but we trust that everyone arrived safely and that your return travel will be just as safe and hopefully a lot simpler than some of the troubles that we ran into on the way here. Weather should be good for the rest of the week, so return flight should be good. Thank you for coming to this wedding. We are going to get things started here in a few minutes. I wanted to say that it's great to be back down south again in the land of cotton, where old times are not forgotten. And back in the Bayou country and the Crescent City, a special place to all of us. Great to see you here. You know, some people, when they found out my daughter, we're from Virginia, as most of you probably know. And some of us were surprised that we were having a wedding for our daughter in New Orleans. But I wasn't surprised at all. And the reason that we weren't surprised is because, on the order of about 26 years ago, my wife and I brought our daughters, Sarah and Emily, the other two, Claire and Rachel, weren't born yet, to Baton Rouge, where we spent some time. We were there with some friends of ours, an old Cajun guy by the name of Alfred Berthelot, put us up while we stayed there. We went down to LSU, where I went to school, saw Mike the Tiger, and saw the Capitol, State Capitol, went down on the levee, watched the fireworks from the Mississippi River on the 4th of July. And at that time, Mr. Berthelot called Emily Amelie. And I believe that from that time on, she was imprinted on Louisiana. Of course, she always heard us talking about Louisiana, the peoples of Louisiana, the culture, you know, the nature of the way things operate down here, the food, all the great things about this state. And she got pretty imprinted on it, I have to say. And so it doesn't surprise me at all that she's decided to come down here and live now that she's grown up. In fact, when Emily was in school, she did a report on the state of Louisiana for her 5th grade teacher, and the teacher said, Mrs. Sullivan said that was the best state report that she had ever gotten. She gave Emily an A on it. If you'd like to see it, we have it on the table up here. In fact, I didn't know at the time, but I think it was the only A that Emily ever got. Just kidding. But she always heard us talk about LSU and the Fighting Tigers, and go Tigers, by the way.
Tigers.
And how much fun it was down here. And then, of course, we had the tragedy of 2005 when Katrina came through. And, you know, this magical, wonderful city where dreams exist had some rocky times. And Emily came down to help out with that. And as a coincidence would have it, Mike, who is also from Virginia, came down at the same time unbeknownst to each other, and they met here in New Orleans, helping out with Katrina cleanup, and are here to this day. And so that's part of that story. Emily and Mike are very special people to all of us, and we're really happy to be here celebrating their wedding today. You know, there's a movie that came out a couple of years ago where they talked about how dreams come true in New Orleans, and I believe that this is a dream come true for Emily and Mike to be here getting married today in this great city. Well, I think I've said enough. I'm going to ask Mr. Harry Props to come forward. Harry is a good friend of ours, my adopted father-in-law, so to speak, because Emily's grandfather couldn't be here today. He is my brother's father-in-law. And he is from Strasburg, Virginia, and will be giving the prayer. After we have the prayer, then we're going to have a good time. You know, as they say here in Louisiana, you know, they say le bon temps roulé, okay? We're going to make a good times roll here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to ask Mr. Props to do the blessing.